I think youth today face a particular set of struggles that I think a lot of adults don't feel. When you're in high school or middle school, you're facing pressure from all different ways, from your parents, from teachers, from friends, and sometimes I think it can be pulling you in completely different directions. And at the same time of that, you're also finding yourself and what you like and what you want to be and how you want to act. And I think that can be quite overwhelming going through that process and, sometimes feeling kind of alone in it. And I think that's a place where I wanted to help was I remember feeling like that in my teens. And, I didn't want people to go through that on their own. For me, it feels like being a teenager wasn't that long ago. I can still picture myself being that age. And, I feel like for me, I can connect in that way because I still feel like that 16-year-old sometimes, remembering the stressors and remembering all the emotions and changes that I was going through. And I feel like remembering that allows me to kind of connect and maybe understand and feel what it's like to be that age again. I feel like counseling in your teens can be really helpful because it gives you someone to bounce some of your ideas off of without judgment. At the end of the day, what I want for my clients is to be happy, to find themselves, to figure out what they love and what brings them passion and what they enjoy, and to be able to have a conversation about that in a non-judgmental space and be able to unpack some of these things without me wanting something for you outside of just you to be happy. I think that's different than connecting with a parent who wants your life maybe to go a certain way, or a friend who thinks that you should be doing this. Instead, what I want to do is just understand with you and learn with you what it is that you want for yourself. I think youth boys face a challenging time in high school and, middle school. There's a lot of judgment that happens for youth boys and a lot of expectations around how you should be acting, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. And I think finding out what that is, pointing to it, being able to put a name to it, being able to work through it and figure out which parts of these expectations you want to carry forward as principles of living and which ones you want to just leave there and not subscribe to. I think that having a conversation about what that is and actually being able to name it really helps to figure out, is this something I should be judging myself for, or is this something I just need to leave? Starting counseling can be intimidating no matter what age you are. I think that having somebody listen to you and being open and vulnerable about what's going on in your life, can feel overwhelming and scary. And I understand that. One thing I want to do is create a comfortable space for you to just be able to talk about what's on your mind. I don't want you to come in and feel overwhelmed and scared. And, those are things that we can talk about and talk about how to create a comfortable space for you where you want to be here. And it's not all dark and sad and dreary. It can also be exciting and fun, and we will laugh. I promise you that. I'm very funny. Starting off the process, I'll meet with both your parents just to talk with them about what's going on. And then I'll also talk with you and get an idea of what it is that you want out of counseling. Within our relationship, it'll be entirely confidential. So what that means is that everything that you say to me will stay between us. It's not going to go to your parents or your school or anything like that, unless intense safety concerns come up, of course. But, we'll be able to unpack some of these things going on in your life in a way that isn't going to feel like it's going to go anywhere else. that is meant to stay between us, and it gives you a place of safety.